Kronenberg, and tonight is the Yortzeit of the Leshem. The Leshem was a big rabbi. He was probably the top Kabbalist of the 20th century. He lived for most of his life in Russia, and towards the end of his life, he came to Jerusalem, and he lived here. And he wrote a number of books. Actually, his real name was Shlomo Eliashev, but he's called the Leshem after his works. He wrote a tremendous Kabbalah book called Leshem Shevo V'Achlama. And in that book, he basically explains how God created the world, how he runs the world, what will be in the end of days, and it's thousands of pages, portfolio pages. You can spend most of your life learning it, and it's an important book. And so I'm going to just give you one little teaching of his tonight to celebrate his Yortzeit, to commemorate it. And that is, we're going to talk about the 4 expansions of God's name. In other words, God's name, everybody knows, is Yod, K. We don't say the Hey, because, you know, we say Hey, K instead of Hey, Yod, K, Vav, K. And that's sort of that's the name. And then there's 4 ways to expand it. In other words, you take each letter and spell it out. In other words, Yud will be Yud Vav Dalet, because that's how you spell it. Hey can be written 3 different ways. So, it can be Hey Yud, or Hey, or Hey Aleph. Right? A Vav can be written Vav Yud Vav, or Vav Aleph Vav, or Vav Vav. And so there's 4 different ways to expand it out. For example, and those 4 different ways are the revelation of God's name in the different world, in the different worlds, or in the different parts of theme. For example, if we're talking about Olam Atzilut, so Atzilut has 4 parts of theme, 5 parts of theme. Let's work with 4 for now. There's Abba, Ima, Zera, Bin, and Nuk. So we'll say Abba is the expansion of Shemav. In other words, you write Yud, Vav, Daled, K Yud, Vav, Yud, Vav, K Yud. And that spells out 72. That's Gematria 72, which is Ayin Bet, which is Av. And that's the Golui of Hashem in the world of Abba, in the Parsuf of Abba, Datzilut. And the name of Ima is a combination of Yuds with an Aleph. In other words, Yud Vav Daled, K Yud, but the Aleph, the Vav is Vav Aleph Vav, and then the Hey Achona is a Hey Yud. So you have 3 Yuds and an Aleph, and that's 9 less. And that's Shem Sag, and that's an Ima. And after that we have Zah, Zerant Bin, and he's the glory of Shema, which is Aleph, Yud Vav Dalet, Hey Aleph, Vav Aleph Vav, K Aleph, which is 45 in Gematria Adam. That's the main name, and that's the Yikar Galui. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And Shem Ben is Yud Vav Dal, is the Malui of Heihin, of Hayes. So it's Yud Vav Dalet, Hey, Vav Vav, Hey. And now the Leshem explains what's the difference. Why do we have 4 different expansions of God's name? And so he starts off that the name of Abba is Yudim, which are all Yuds. There's 4 Yuds, right? Yud Vav Daled, K Yud, Vav Yud Vav, and K Yud. 4 Yuds. and or let's say 3 yods, because the Yud Vav Daled never changes. So it'd be 3 yods. Everything is Yodim. And Leshem explains because there it's everything is hidden. Just like the Yud is the smallest letter in the alphabet, it's just a little dot, and from that you can draw all the other letters can come out from it. The same thing, Chokmah, Abba, Kulam, everything was created from Abba. And Abba is the initial energy that starts everything, and but it's completely hidden. Like you never know who the father is, so to speak, until the birth. The mother, you know, she's pregnant, you see a child in her, but the father is hidden. And so that's Abba. Abba is Shemav, all Yuds. Ima is 3 Yuds and an Aleph. She's a hybrid. She has, on one hand, she's connected with the Keta Hokman Bina, with the Mochin. On the other hand, she's connected with the child. And Dinim, what they say, Dinim Mitarimba. In other words, she has all Yuds, which is also like Abba. She's hidden and she's attached with Abba. And she's up there in the Mochin. But also Dinim Mitarimba. If you look at the Vav, which is Zeranpin of Ima, there you have the Vav Aleph Vav, and that's the initial Gului. Ki Yud is everything is Mustar, hidden. But the Aleph is where things reveal themselves, is the beginning of revelation. So even though Ima herself is totally hidden, she's all Yuds, inside her, inside that Vav is an Aleph, because that's going to be where the child comes from, where Zeranpin comes from. And now you can understand what the Shema is. The Shema, which is Zeranpin, the Ikar, which is the main, which is Gematria Adam, which is the main Parsuf that we work with in Kabbalah. That's where everything's happening. And that's Galui Alfin, because that's Malui Alfin. It's all Alephs, because that's where the main Galui is. The main revelation is going to be in Zeranpin, and Aleph hints to revelation. It's the opposite of Yud. Like Yud teaches closeness to hiddenness. The Aleph teaches expansion and revelation. And the fourth name is interesting. That's the name for Malchut, the Isha. No Patsuf, Nokva, Noktaza, whatever. There's all different names. And that fourth Patsuf, it's called Marat HaMakpalah, because everything is doubled. If you look at it, Yud Vav Daled, Yud and Vav, Yud is 10 and Vav Daled is 10. It becomes also Yud. So it's like you have 2 Yuds. And then Hey, you have 2 Heys, Vav, and then Hey. So it's the exact replica. In other words, you have 2 times God's name. And that's to show you that everything that is in Zeranpin is going to meet Galeh, is going to be revealed in the Malchut. That's why the Malchut is called Marat HaMakpalah, the doubled cave. Because she gets all the energy from Zeranpin, and her avodah is to bring it down to the lower worlds. She is the one who's running the lower world. Malchut Atzilut is the showish of the worlds of Bria, Yetziran, Asiya, where we are. And so she really is running everything down here through what she gets from Zeranpin, which gets from the Patsufim above him. And so that is the teaching of the Leshem for the 4 expansions of God's name. I thank you for listening.